The secret behind the walls of the Hawthorne estate. Anthony Hawthorne, the powerful media mogul known across New York for his ruthless business brilliance, always believed that his home was the one place untouched by deception. After losing his wife Charlotte to cancer 6 years earlier, he had poured everything into raising his only daughter Emma, his sunshine, his reason to breathe. But his demanding work often pulled him away, and loneliness eventually convinced him to remarry. When he met Isabella Crane, elegant, composed, adored by media circles, he thought fate had given him a second chance at happiness. Everyone praised her grace. Every gala photo painted them as the perfect couple, and Emma, though quiet and guarded at 12, seemed to adjust, or so he thought. One rainy evening, Anthony cut a meeting short, deciding to surprise Isabella and Emma with dinner from their favorite restaurant. The mansion was unusually silent when he entered, the kind of silence that didn't feel peaceful. It felt unnatural. As he set the food down in the foyer, he heard a faint sound, not laughter, not footsteps, a muffled sob. He followed it. Near the east hallway, Marta Alvarez, the family's longtime house manager, appeared suddenly, her face pale, her hands shaking. "Mr. Hawthorne," she whispered, panic widening her eyes. "Please, don't speak. Not yet." Before he could question her, she gently pulled him toward the servants' corridor, out of sight of the main staircase. The sound of a voice, cold, cutting, drifted from Emma's study. Anthony's stomach twisted. Marta's voice broke. "I begged her to stop. She threatened to fire all of us if we told you. She said she'd send Emma to that boarding school in Switzerland and you'd never see her again." Anthony's pulse thundered in his ears. Disbelief warred with dread as he stepped closer and saw through the partially open door. Emma was kneeling on the floor, holding a violin, the violin her mother had given her, while Isabella stood before her, arms crossed, lips curled in disdain. "You think anyone will pity you because you cry? Wipe your tears. Again. And don't touch that instrument unless you can play it perfectly. I will not have you embarrass this family at the recital." Emma's hands shook on the strings. Her eyes glistened, but not a sound escaped her lips. Anthony couldn't breathe. Marta's whisper trembled. "She broke 2 of Emma's sketchbooks last week. She calls her weak. She makes her skip meals if she doesn't practice until midnight." Anthony's chest constricted painfully. His daughter, his gentle, artistic Emma, had always been sensitive, but he thought grief still shadowed her heart. Now he saw the truth. She wasn't quiet. She was afraid. Isabella stepped forward and yanked the bow from Emma's hand. "You're lucky your father is too busy to notice what a disappointment you are." Those words detonated inside Anthony. He stepped into the room, voice low and deadly calm. "Take one more step toward her, and you'll regret it." Isabella froze. Emma looked up, eyes wide with terror and hope tangled together. "Anthony," Isabella began smoothly, instantly slipping into her socialite mask. "She's being dramatic. I was only correcting her form. She needs discipline." "Discipline," he repeated, his voice trembling with rage. "Doesn't sound like psychological warfare." Marta hovered at the doorway, terrified yet relieved. Isabella laughed coldly. "You'll take their word over mine? She lies. She craves attention. And the staff hates me because I won't tolerate incompetence." Anthony pulled out his phone. He hit play. Marta had recorded everything, the insults, the threats, the screams muffled behind bedroom doors. Every second was a knife. Isabella's expression shattered. "You invaded my privacy." "You invaded my daughter's soul," Anthony snapped, stepping between Isabella and Emma.
Emma crawled to him and clutched his side, trembling. He scooped her into his arms, feeling every broken piece of her he had failed to see. "You're done here," he said with terrifying calm. "My lawyers will contact you. Pack and get out before I forget the law exists." She glared at Marta, then at Emma, her mask fully gone. "You'll regret destroying me." "No," Anthony said softly. "I regret letting you in." She stormed out. The door slammed. The echo was loud, but not as loud as the sound of Emma finally crying openly in her father's arms. That night, Anthony didn't return to his office or check his email. He sat with Emma in the living room, the same room where Charlotte once played the piano on Sunday mornings, and whispered apologies through his tears. "I should have seen. I should have asked. I should have listened." Emma clung to him. "I thought you'd believe her." "I will never doubt you again," he promised, pressing his forehead to hers. In the weeks that followed, the Hawthorne mansion changed in quiet but powerful ways. Isabella was served divorce papers. Security revoked her access. Therapists, tutors, and love replaced the fear she had planted. Marta became not just staff, but family. Emma began drawing again, slowly at first, then freely. Anthony started leaving the office earlier. He cooked clumsy dinners. He laughed more. He guarded her heart like a fortress. Months later, on the anniversary of Charlotte's death, Emma left a sketch on his desk. A violin, a woman watching from heaven, and a father standing between his daughter and a storm. At the bottom she'd written, "Thank you for hearing me, even when I was silent."